Da-da-da. Mm-hmm. Really exciting content, I know. Me texting. Super exciting. Oh boy. Okay. My goodness. Hi guys. Hi. Sorry. I I said this to Sarah like earlier in the week how it takes me 20 years just to freaking figure out how to go live. And then I had my friend is sending me videos of her chickens. Josh is sending me texts trying to get me to apply to this job. It's just a lot of things all at once. I'm like, shh. I'm like, guy, shh. Anyway, I should probably adjust. Let's adjust that. So there. That's a little bit better. I literally just finished 3 minutes ago too, Sarah, so don't feel bad. I was reading it and like I was almost finished, and then I'm like, oh, I'll read it real quick. And then I fell asleep. And I took like a little nap. But I finished it. Success. My drinking noises. Yeah. I feel like it always is. I always cut it close. But anyway, it's so beautiful. I guess I should take my bookmark out though. I got this is one of Books and Lala. You know, her mom makes like these bookmarks and sells them. This is one of them that I got. I saw this Obsidian, and I think it's Obsidian. And like the second I saw it, and then I saw the musical note, like I bought it because of the stone, but then I saw the musical note and I lost it. But I lost it. I'm like, I need that. So anyway, if you're wondering what her mom's bookmarks are like that she sells on the side, they're really nice. I've had this one for a while and it's held up pretty well. It's pretty nice. It just like hangs in. Yeah, it's Obsidian. Yeah. It's like just a little one. I don't know. I was drawn to it when she posted about it. But anyway. I know. Shannon, I finished yesterday. Always paranoid I won't finish the same day. I know. Well, you're better than us apparently, because we were last minute people. I tried to read some yesterday, but Josh and we've been watching Dexter, and we keep getting like binge. We just get stuck in it. We just binge. But anyway. Yeah, we all finished. So anyway, I guess we should chat about this book, huh? I was talking to Sarah about like us all being on the live show together, but I still don't know how to do it. So if we end up reading Gemina the next time, and yeah, and I can like Google and try to figure out how to get us all in a live chat together, like actually video chatting, because I'm going to be honest, the reason we didn't do that before is because I have no fucking clue how to do it. I have no clue how to do it, but I could Google and figure it out. Like I said, it takes me how long just to figure out how to get myself live. I'm a mess. But anyway, this book. First impressions. I'm going to take off the ridiculously shiny cover. It's very bright. It's very bright. I just ordered book 2 because I own book 3, but I don't own book 2. And I just ordered it, but I used my Amazon reward points, so I got it for free. So free book coming. But anyway, yeah, we'll figure it out. I'm sure I can Google and figure it out. First impressions. First impressions. For me, it's a second impression, I guess, because this is my second time reading it, but you know, it's in quarantine. I just got 2 books today, and I'm like, I feel like I'm so exposed at work anyway at this point that I'm like, you know what, I don't care. I'm tearing into this. Just wash my hands after. It's fine. But then the books that I got, I ordered from it's a book swapping site, and they're all beat up. So I'm like, anyway, sorry. Yeah, the format is crazy. Oh, hi, Roz. Reading Roz and I met in I think we met in that the Reading with Friends live chat that they do every I don't know how often they do it, but they've been doing this Reading with Friends thing, which is really cool. And it's just a whole bunch of booktubers get together and they read for like an hour together and chat about their books and stuff. Like it's kind of a little awkward though, because it's really quiet because they mute all their mics and then they read and you're just watching people read. But it's interesting. And they have like a bunch of people in chat. But anyway, I think that's where we found each other. Anyway, yes. Fooled me. First impression, they fooled me. That's how I felt too. The first time I read it, I'm like, what? I'm like, what? But yeah, the format of this is so cool. So cool. I was really nervous when I first read this book because of the format. Like the format actually like intimidated me. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to like this. But I think it works so surprisingly well throughout the book. I don't know. My favorite is, I don't know if you guys have a favorite format, like a favorite section of the books, of the book. But mine, I like the IM chats. I don't know. I'm like always really excited to get to the next IM chat for some reason, no matter who they're with. I don't know if it's just the way it reads. I really dig, or if it's like, cause it's easy to read. I like the IM chats like a lot. That's my favorite. It's my favorite. Hacking other people's messages. Yeah. Anyway. I love that you're making videos again, Shannon. Like it makes me so freaking happy. You have no idea. I'm like geeking out, and now I'm still in school trying to finish up this stupid semester. And then I'm like I'm gonna just binge like YouTube and just catch up. I've been trying to make like watch lists. Like when I see videos that I don't have times to watch, I did just wake up from a nap, so my speech is not that great. But yeah, I like need to make like just watch lists at this point. But anyway. Yeah. See, yeah, that's what I liked. I really like the IM chats. Yeah, this book, yeah, Shannon, this book is very much a book that I think you definitely have to have. At least, I don't know how the ebook translates, but I hope it translates over just as well. But I think this is one of those ones that is like really great to have physical edition. But anyway. Oh, the incident reports. I love how did you feel about the redactions and stuff? Like whenever they'd curse and it was like blacked out. Oh yeah, you mean like the lines over top of it. It's such a cleverly put together book. So damn clever. Oh yeah, the images, like the flowers and the letters. Yeah. I like those. Hi, Michael. Sorry, I'm like behind, as always. See, this is why we need to do video, so I'm not as far behind. I fell asleep in this book. But I actually like this book, but I read it once before. It's just been tired. Yeah, I listened to part of it on audiobook as well, Sarah. The ending. I listened to a little bit of the ending on audiobook. And I was like reading while listening. And especially for like stuff like this, I like to have like the thing. But it would be such an experience to listen to the entire thing on audiobook. But yeah, read the audiobook and the space scenes were so well done. Yeah. Well, that's like my biggest like. I feel like it's like someone told me that that's the best way to read it is to like listen to it, but also read along because of like the scenes that are like that with like the text that's bouncing. Like you wouldn't get the same effect. Yeah. I think I might be wrong, but I think the girl who played Katie, she might be the same voice actor from Sadie. It sounded like the same voice actor. I don't know if you've listened to that audiobook, but the narrator for Sadie, the girl who plays Sadie in the book, because that's like the book's like a multi-cast, but how do you find who narrated the damn books? Narrator. I kind of like Rebecca Solar. Is that what that is? Rebecca Solar? Rebecca Solar? This is great, isn't it? Just watching me Google and search stuff. Oh, she was the narrator for the Lunar Chronicles as well. Interesting. I want to know. I don't give a crap about what shows she did. I want to know what books she narrated. Because that's who it sounded like to me. She narrated all of. I'm right. It is Sadie. You can't see, but right there. She did all of the Lunar Chronicles. She narrated them. And Renegades. Wow. And the Hazelwood. And Caraval. And Heartless. Good Lord. She's got some work under her belt. And a couple Star Wars books. Anyway. I knew her voice sounded familiar, but anyway, sorry. I like audiobooks that have like full casts like that. Unless there's someone who's really talented at like changing their voices. Like the narrator for the Song of Ice and Fire series, the Game of Thrones books, he changes his voice really well. But I think David Tennant, who does the How to Train Your Dragon audiobooks, he's nuts. He's like, the voices he makes, it's like it's a full cast. It's nuts. But I prefer full cast audiobooks. I don't know. I just think it's so much more engaging. Shannon, I think it's on YouTube. Don't tell anybody, the audiobook. I think it's on YouTube. Shh. You didn't hear that from me. Aiden is very creepy just on his own, even without that. Even without the voice. Ugh. Oh yeah, Tim Curry was Series of Unfortunate Events. For some of them, there was like a couple books he didn't narrate. But Tim Curry, yeah. Tim Curry also, I think Tim Curry, Alan Cummings. I can't remember who else, but they all narrate the Dracula audiobook on Audible that I'm obsessed with. Such a good audiobook. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, it's a secret. Shh. It might be on YouTube. Every now and then I get lucky and someone has like put it up on YouTube when they're probably not supposed to. That's where I go for like my How to Train Your Dragon audiobooks a lot of times. People have them on YouTube. They're so much fun. So much fun. Anyway. I'm so tired. I just woke up. I'm so out of it. Oh my goodness. Can I help you? You can't see. Oh, there he is. Oh, there he goes. I don't know if you saw that. Freaking Bane. Freaking Bane. Oh yeah, Caddy in group therapy. Yeah. Or is it Katie or is it Caddy? Katie, Caddy. Caddy, Katie. Katie, Caddy. He's very much a ninja. He's been so bad lately. His new favorite thing is to lay in front of the TV. Like he goes through periods where he doesn't do it, and then out of nowhere he's back to doing it again. And like we have like a sound bar across the front that we don't even use, but he likes to lay flat on that, but he's still blocking the TV. It's so irritating. Sometimes he likes to fall asleep on the Xbox, which is cute. Josh really likes that. But anyway. It's like Katie, but it's Katie. Katie. I always thought it was Caddy, and then I listened to the audiobook. Yeah, and it's Katie, but my brain cannot commute. It's like when people have it's like when people name Sean or name Scene, but it's spelled Scene. Like my boss's name is Sean, and it's spelled Scene in my brain. Like it's like it does not compute. Damn Irish. Just kidding. Anyway. I have a son. I have a son? Where? Oh, Jeff. Geoff. Geoff is what I see when I see that. Geoff. All right. The fact that Aiden, it's still in her little, what is it called? iPad thing. It's an iPad. That's what I see. That's what I see in my mind is an iPad. But Aiden is crazy. I've heard that the other two books, I haven't read the other two, so they're completely surprising for me. But I've heard the other two are told from different perspectives, or different characters, but I don't know if that's true. And I don't know how I feel about that. But yes, Aiden is alive. Tablet. Yeah, they call it something pad, something, I don't know. I don't know, but yes, he's alive. Kind of like felt for him at times. Like there's like little tiny spots where I'm like, am I feeling things for this crazy psychotic freaking robot? They're different characters. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. I don't know what, for me, I remember being like extremely, extremely like shocked at the end. Totally anti Aiden the whole time. I don't know, like sometimes when he like almost shows emotion, I'm like what? Like when he almost cares for Katie. Katie. I do not trust you, AI. Yeah, if I liked it. Oh. Could not decide if I liked Aiden or if I just didn't like him in this book. I read too many books with crazy AI. Oh, sometimes it felt for him and sometimes I was creeped the hell out. I think that's part of his charm. Yes. Like that was like the thing I thought too. Like throughout the whole book I'm like why is this a book? Like why are all these documents together? What are they for? Um like it's interesting. The ending kind of blew my freaking mind. Anyway, we'll get to that soon. Yeah, maybe it's just like the craziness. I don't know. I can relate to him. I don't know. Can we talk about how freaking creepy? What is it? Is it Phobos? Phobos. The like the contagion. I don't know what else to call it. Is in the book. Like I'm like, I mean, we're in the middle of coronavirus season, so like me personally, I'm reading this and I'm like, I can't with everything that's like everything that's like in books that's like any type of contagion. I'm just like, oh, like there's this movie out called Contagion and it's on Amazon Prime. I don't know if it's anywhere else, but Josh is like, yeah, I heard about this and blah, blah. And I'm like, he goes, it's basically just coronavirus. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I don't want to watch that. I can't. So like the parts with like the parts with like, like the people who are infected in that. And I'm just like, no, too real, too real, too real. Yeah. What timing? Like, because when I first read this, like, didn't even affect me anything. Like, it was scary. Like, those people are freaking crazy. But I'm just like, it's just another thing in the book. And the second time reading it during a pandemic, I'm like, ugh. Yeah, like Sarah said, every time I heard the word quarantine, a part of me ticked. It's like, yeah, ugh. Oh, it's on Netflix. Top 100 viewed. No. Why are people watching that during a pandemic? Oh, it's so scary. Like Josh played the trailer for me and I could barely watch the trailer for that movie. I'm just like, no. It's literally coronavirus. Like, it's awful. Oh, I'm like, why are people watching that right now? They can just go outside or don't go outside, actually. But we're living it. You don't need to watch it. Just turn on the news. No, thank you. Anyway. Yeah, we did pick this before it was a pandemic. The last time we chatted, the world was a way different place. Oh, anyway. Very slow pace. Yeah. Yes, just watch the news. It's the same as a horror movie right now. I haven't watched. Are you watching the original Dark Shadows? The show? I think I saw it on your Instagram that you were watching it. I haven't watched the show. I'm watching What We Do in the Shadows. If you haven't watched that at all, Shannon, that's really freaking funny. It's a comedy. I just finished the first season, and it's just really weird. Really weird. It's a comedy about vampires all living together in Staten Island, but it's set in like our time. And it's just ridiculous, but it's set like with like it's filmed like The Office with like a documentary crew kind of filmed. It's pretty great. It's pretty great. But anyway. That's random. Oh, the original Dark Shadows. Yeah. Million seasons. That's like Doctor Who. I need to get caught up on Doctor Who. I haven't watched any of the new female Doctor. I haven't seen any of her stuff. But it's all on Amazon. I just haven't watched it yet. I know I want to watch the film. I haven't seen the film. But I started watching the show randomly. It's really, really weird. But anyway. Yeah. I mean, I just say yeah without telling anyone what I'm saying yeah to. See, this is why we need video chat. Oh my goodness. I'm the worst host ever. But yeah, Katie, whatever, and Ezra. Their skill set, yeah. I think it helps that to remember that they're from a different time. They're from the I'm pretty sure they're from the future, right? It's like because they mention us as humans from like they call it like the terrain days or something like that. I think they were on their way to university, like I think 18 or 17, something like that. So I think they were like just finishing up school. Trying to figure out how to wear matching socks. I know, right? Sometimes you read YA books and you forget so much that these people are teenagers, and then you're like, I'm almost 30 and I'm lucky if I wake up for work like one time. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I think they're both Australian. I think both authors. I know Christoph is. Feels like the future. Yeah. Us little terrains. Terrains. I don't know. I know. I feel like that would Katie's non-disciplinedness. They passed her over for conscription. Yeah. I feel like that would be me. I would be the one like not willing to take orders, and they would just be like, nah. But they passed over such a skilled freaking like talented person. Also, Byron. Oh, can we talk about Byron? Oh my goodness. Just, I love Katie and Byron's like relationship. I wouldn't get conscripted. No way. But yes, Byron's like a freaking true hero too. Like he's amazing. He's such a cool character. I wish we had a little tiny bit more of him in here just because I loved him so much. Yes. Well, those are like the main three, I would say. Like if you're gonna remember anyone from the book, then you should definitely remember those main three. I mean, to its like core, it's kind of just a love story, but set in space. There's like a cat hair in my coffee. Should I keep drinking? Yep. Just drink around it. You didn't see that. I'm mature. I'm an adult. Oh yeah. Well, I like how he calls her little grasshopper and that, like it always gives it away. Oh, and Aiden. Yes, I forgot. If you want to consider that a person. Creepy Aiden. Yeah. I know. Cats are crazy. Cats shed so badly. It's ridiculous. What surprised us the most? I think the ending. Obviously, I think the ending has probably surprised me the most. I think when I first read it, it was Aiden, just in general. Like Aiden as a character really like blew my mind. Like that this character that this AI thought that it was like doing the best thing, but it really wasn't, and it was also bad and just but I think now, like reading it a second time, the ending still like blows my mind. I don't understand how Ezra I don't understand how he's alive. I don't get it. And they said because she's talking to his crazy freaking mother, and they're saying like that she left like little tiny breadcrumbs in here of like that he was in fact alive, and I'm like where were these breadcrumbs? I'm like, because this is my second time reading it and I still don't see no breadcrumbs. I seriously thought he was dead. Twice. 2 times. Yeah, Ezra and then not. His mom is crazy. But she works for the company, or she works for whatever, like, made the virus or the contagion or whatever it's called. Like, oh my goodness. The mom is crazy. I don't think they were there, Shannon. I think it's a lie. Although this time I did like really like go back and like see like when it stopped being Ezra she was talking to and when it became Aiden, because Aiden was pretending to be Ezra. Like that whole thing, like the first time I read that, my mind was like, what? But like to put it in perspective, I did go back and I looked. Like it's more than half the book. It's like a little over half. Like this is the point which she stops talking to Ezra and it becomes Aiden, the heart thing. So like all of this is Aiden. It's like it's just really creepy. Yeah, his mom. Freaking crazy lady. Crazy lady. I really like how the book ends, though. Like, I like that now run. Yeah, well, his mom, he mentions his mom for like a short, tiny period of time. Like in one of the IM chats, he mentions his mom, and he mentions like how crazy she is, and that's why he didn't want to go off planet with Katie, was because of her, because he didn't want his mom to find him and his dad, because they like purposely went there to stay away from his mom because his mom's fucking crazy. And then at the end, like that's the one Katie like sent this to or is talking to at the end. Yeah. Yeah, because Katie's dad might still be alive. Yeah. But both, I think Ezra's dad and Katie's mom, they're kaputs. The grief in here was really hard for me to read since I'm still sad and grieving and all that, since I'm still going through my own crap. But like when she's talking about her mom, like I'm like, oh, it hurts more than it hurt the first time. I couldn't even imagine. Couldn't even imagine. Yeah. That's why I'm like really nervous to read the other two books. I'm nervous. Really nervous because I don't know where the story's going to go. I don't know. Yes, that one, that IM chat, yes, where Katie is trying not to like bring up her mom and kept moving the conversation away from her mom because her mom's gone. Oh my goodness, my heart. Like it just felt that. Oh, so much. That's why like, I think I was so devastated like when she was talking to Aiden and Aiden admits that Ezra's dead or whatever. Freaking, oh my goodness. I'm like, no, she needs one person. I'm like, she needs one person. She lost Byron. She lost her mom. Her dad's probably dead. She's lost everyone. Like, you just want her to be happy. Yes. His mom. I didn't know that his mom was like involved with the creation of the virus. Like that blew my mind. I didn't even remember that when I read it the first time. Like I remember that being the mom at the end, but I didn't remember the part that because they mentioned that she like was a part of like creating the virus. And I'm just like, what? I didn't remember that. I like completely forgot about that. And oh, she cray cray. Oh, the list of names. Yeah. On the Copernicus. Oh yeah, right there. Yeah. There's like that big list. I don't remember what her mom's name was. I spent my time looking through this list looking for like just I don't know, just little Easter egg names. Maybe like someone, like maybe some of the authors like bookish friends, but I didn't find any. But I'm sure there are. I'm sure there's like little Easter eggs that I just don't know. I think that'd be really cool if there was, but that's what I did with that. I'm like I wonder where these are. We didn't find out for so long what happened. Yes. That's what I want to know. I want to know, like, why did they create it? And if it was intentional. Yes, I want to know. I want to know more about the virus. I want to know more about the virus. That's what I was looking for too. Like the photos of like the people and that list. I'm like, okay, who are, I'm like, there's got to be a face in here. I know. I was looking for like authors. That's all I was looking for. But it literally just looks like stock images to me. I was trying to find like, see if I could see like famous people. No one looks familiar. I think this one you can't see, but there's one right here, all the way in the corner, where a girl's just on her cell phone. Like she's on like her iPhone. There's another one where a girl's like on her iPhone. They must just be like stock images. That's what they look like. They look like the photos from like. They look like the photos that come with like when you buy like a picture frame. That's what they look like. Anyway, wouldn't that be cool if you're like a stock photo model person? I don't know what they're called. And like your picture's in this book and you don't even know it. Yeah, I couldn't recognize anyone. It's really, there's so many pictures, but there's like one where a girl's just casually on her iPhone, just like, and then just like talking on it. I'm like, okay. Anyway, I'm out of it. That nap was good and bad. I really like, oh, can we, this is my favorite photo. My favorite page. I like this. I like this one. I think it's really pretty. Matches the back of the book. So pretty. Anyway, sorry. My favorite illustration, which is something that Shannon and I usually talk about. What's our favorite illustration? That's my favorite picture in here. I like the ones of like the night sky. So pretty. I also like her personal diary with like the little like the little skulls. Do not enter. I really like that. Hey, Jinx! I just said that on Katie's diaries. Yes. Yeah, like the do not enter. I love that. Such a nice, like, I don't know, like a nice contrast. This book is just really skillfully put together. And like, I really want to know how they like did it. From like the creative writing point of view, like the creative writer in me is like, I don't get it. Does not compute. But yeah. I have a Netflix party to go to. That sounds awesome. Enjoy. I think, are we going to read book 2? I'm down for book 2. I say slap this one. I'm down for book 2. We'll let you know when we pick a date. Yes. Yes, we're doing book 2. It's official. Oh, good, because I ordered it. Okay. Have a good party. Enjoy. Anytime. Hopefully we can get all of our faces up here next time. I can figure it out. We'll see. Gotta Google how to do that. Enjoy your party. But no, like this, the structure of it alone. Like, I want to know if they wrote the story first, if they wrote they wrote the physical story first, or if they, and then they built like the documents around it, or if they always intended to make it just documents and they built the documents first and then put them together. I don't understand. And I don't understand. Yay! I'm glad. I'm glad you'll be joining us. The more the merrier. More the merrier. The sunset over there is really pretty. The clouds are purple. You guys can't see, but promise me. I promise they're purple. But anyway. Yeah. And like I said, like my mind, like my creative writing mind, like just like this book becomes a 5-star on that alone for me. Like just like the fact that it works as a story and it's told in this format, just, I don't know, it just blows my freaking mind. It's just, I think it's a level of like skill that like I don't think I could ever have. I don't know. It's just really like, if you just abstract, like think about it like abstractly. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But anyway, yeah. So much work. So much work. Because it's not like writing just like a book. Like, okay, you have your story and you still have to go through edits and all that stuff. But like, you also have to like, each individual page is like a project in and of itself. And then like, okay, you wrote like the book itself. How do you write like it just blows my mind. I'm like, and then I think about like the editing, like the formatting of like the pages. Like, how did they format it for the manuscript? I don't understand. I have so many questions, and I'm sure that there are like interviews with Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman about it on YouTube. And I'm sure if I would have read this like at the peak of its hype with everyone else, which I did read the first one at that peak, but I didn't read the other two at that peak. But I feel like if I would have read them at the peak, I could have like watched live chats about it and gotten all that information, but it just blows my mind. Exactly. There's not like too many, like, how do they decide what is going to be in what format, when to jump it in, when to separate it? It like, because that way you don't get bored. And it's just, see what I mean, Shannon? Thinking about it is so much work. Like I said, like my creative writing mind, like, because I'm having a hard time just writing stuff for school and pumping out creative stuff for school all the time. And like, so this book is like a masterpiece. Like, I don't understand it. Like, my brain does not compute how this exists. Like, I think even if like you don't like the story, I think from a creative writing standpoint, you can look at this book and be like, wow, this is like a game changer kind of book. Because like there's been mixed media books before, but I don't think there's like a mixed media that's quite like this. Because like Dracula is mixed media, kind of. I guess you could call it mixed media, kind of. Because like Dracula is told through letters and like not transcripts, but recordings, like typed out transcripts of like recordings. Like, so Dracula did like a similar thing. Like, you know, it's a different media. But like this is like a whole nother level. Like from an artistic point of view, this is like revolutionizing literature. Yeah, there's a name for the style, but it's not, is it mixed media? I don't know what it's called. I don't know what it's called, but anyway, yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm like, this is like when they talk about classics in books, like a lot of people like do those classics videos. They're like, which YA books do you think would be a classic in the future? Which like a lot of people say like The Hate U Give, um, damn cat hair. Like I think The Fault in Our Stars, a lot of people say stuff like that. Are like classic. People consider like will be seen as a classic when we're old, but I think people are missing like this one. Like I think this is like I think they're sleeping on this one. Like because I think this is like a game changer. Like I really don't understand. Like you said, like that we haven't seen like an influx. Probably because they can't figure out how to fucking do it. Like it's just because it's so much work. No one else wants to do it. Yeah, I think they would probably, yeah. Exactly. Like I think this would, and I'm like really surprised that this like people haven't done more mixed media since the series came out. It's so unique. So unique. So just I haven't read any of Jay Kristoff or Amy Kaufman's other works at all. I want to. My back hurts. I want to, but I haven't. I have like the second book in the Nevernight series over there that I got on like Book Outlet. I didn't get the first book apparently. Like I want to read his other stuff, but like whenever I read something that I really like from an author and I haven't read any of like their other even popular stuff, I'm just like, what if I don't like it? But I've heard he's a very dark writer, which sounds beautiful for me. But anyway, epistolary, epistolary. Oh, usual form of letters through. The more you know. Huh. To-do list. Same difference. To read, to do, it's the same thing. I know. I need to like write a list. I need a list. More. I need to write that word down first. Epistolary, something like that. Books. I like to do that. Yawn and just say gibberish. So like mixed media. Why do I keep calling it that? I don't know why. I keep thinking of it like an art form. Epistolary. That's a very good question. Are there books that you've read that you think would be better? Have they been written in a similar format? That's a very good question. That's a very good question. Harry Potter. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Now I'm looking at my red shelf, which is this one. And I'm just like, I don't know. I've read some really interestingly formatted books before, but I think it takes like a very specific type of book to do it. I think The Man in the High Castle would be really cool if it was like done that way. It was mixed up like that. I don't know. I've read books like there's like a book I have over there that's like half graphic novel, half book. There's like a book over there that's 2 books in one, which is crazy to me. It's a chunker, but I read It's Afterworlds by Scott Westerfeld. I think it's Westerfeld, right? Yeah. And it's told from, okay, it's an author that wrote a book. Like, it's this YA author getting published for the first time, and her book is inside the book. Like, it alternates. Like, let me see if I can find. There's a copy up there, but there's also a copy down there. I have 2 copies. I have one in paperback and one in hardcover. Hold on. I gotta grab it. Oh, boy. Yeah. So this is the paperback. I kept the paperback. I bought the paperback because the paperback's really pretty, but I kept the hardcover because the hardcover's really pretty. And I can't decide which one I want to keep, so I'm just keeping both. But this one's told from like the perspective, like the white pages are like set in our world. And it's of like this author getting her first YA book published and like her journey with that. And then, so it's like a contemporary. And then the books, then the part of the book that are black on the top are her YA book. But it's less like also while it's going through revisions. So like it's 2 stories in one. And the stories like kind of overlap and blend a little bit. And it's really weird. It's a really weird book, but I do recommend it. Like, it's a chunky book, but it goes by really fast. But like, I don't know. It's weird. I ended up, I started with liking the book that she was writing better than I liked the real world, like the contemporary parts. And then by the end of the book, it flipped. And there's like some themes that like come over. I don't know. As someone who likes to who is like trying to be a writer and all this stupid stuff, like this book was really relatable and like eye-opening as well to like the whole process. I don't know. Anyway, it's really random, but like I have a lot of like books that are formatted like weird like that. Like, it's just a weird idea for a format, but I like it. It was good. I liked it. I think it's very underrated, but it is pretty big. It's like I think I read it for Tome Topple. I think it's the paperback this is a paperback. Yeah, it's like 500, 600 pages almost. 599. Wasn't this 599? It's weird. Yes, this is a standalone. Yeah, it's just one book. But yeah. It says it's like, yeah, this girl, her teen novel is getting published. Instead of going to college, she's living in New York City, where she's welcomed into the dazzling world of YA publishing. Book tours, parties with her favorite authors. It's weird because this has that whole theme of like getting famous or being famous. But I guess I don't like that in books, like, as you know. But this doesn't bother me because this is like her struggling with that. But like, I don't know. It never got like, maybe that's why at the beginning I didn't really care for like her story as much as I liked like the story she was writing. But yeah. But anyway, it's like the alternating chapters are the thrilling story of Lizzie, who wills her way into the afterworld to survive a deadly terrorist attack. With survival comes the responsibility to guide the restless spirits that walk our world, including one ghost whom she shares a special personal connection. So it's like 2 different stories, like a paranormal and then like a paranormal fantasy. I don't know what you want to call it. And then a contemporary. But I recommend. Very good. Sorry, I went on a tangent about that. I like Scott Westerfeld's writing. I don't know. I've read his entire Ugly series, or I want to reread them really bad, but I'm sure they are a different experience now. That would I don't know. I think they would be a really big experience now, like a very big difference compared to what it was. but I don't know. Anyway. There's a new alphabathon. I just saw today that there was a new alphabathon. Oh yeah, that Gemina does qualify for it. Oh, that's awesome. And school ends the beginning of May. I'm so ready for it. I think like the second week. Not this week, but next week, I think, is my last week of classes. I am so behind on everything. It's so stupid. So stupid. But I'm so ready for the semester to be over. And like next semester is going to be even crazier. Even crazier. But who knows? Maybe I'll get the job that Josh wants me to apply for, and then I can quit school and run away. But anyway, I think that's what Josh is texting about right now. Yes, that's what he's texting about right now. He's been all supportive the past couple of days. Like, I was going to apply for this internship first off, and that's how I found out about this job. And Josh is like, you should apply. You should apply for the internship. You should do this. You should do that. I'm like, why are you being so supportive? I'm like, stop. First world problems. My boyfriend's being supportive. Oh my goodness. But I probably won't. There is no way in hell I'll get the job, but I will probably apply, but there's no way in hell I'll get it. But anyway. But yeah. I read paranormal. Of course I do. I read everything. Everything. Although lately I haven't read much of anything. This is like the only book I've read this month, even though I did that whole You Pick My TBR thing. And I haven't read a single book from it. And this month is almost over. So, that went well. But last month I read a lot of books. Like last month I read two, I want to say two, really three. Because we read The Girl Who Drank the Moon last month, right? But I read two YA books last month that were really fucking good. And they were both Owlcrate books. I read them for Owlcrate-a-thon or whatever. But these two books, oh my God. This one in particular, I bought this author has a book that just came out. And I bought it like right away. Like the second I finished this book, I'm like, I need it. It's sitting over there. I probably won't read it. So I don't know why I bought it right away. But I really wanted to support her because this book was great. And I think this author's second book is on Book Outlet, so I'm probably going to get that, but this book was nuts. That was February? Oh my God. March feels like forever ago. But anyway. Anyway, sorry. I got distracted. What's the job? Oh, it's Penguin is hiring for an editorial assistant. There's no way in hell I'll get the job. I'm not experienced at all. But fuck, I'm going to apply anyway. But I was going to do an internship. But I don't even know if they're going to be doing their internships now because of the coronavirus screwing everything up. But I was going to do an internship this summer because it's looking like Josh and I won't be traveling because of coronavirus. So like I was going to do this internship at HarperCollins or Macmillan, one of them. Or I was going to apply for it. You got to apply for it because it's a paid internship. And I figured if I wasn't going to go overseas, this was like the time to do it. But anyway, I don't know if I'll end up doing either one. But anyway. Roz, I don't know how you do it. Oh, summer classes. Ugh. Nope. I was going to apply for summer classes. And then after this whole coronavirus thing, I'm like, oh my God, I need a break. Like, I just need a break so bad. Why is this heater on? I'm melting. Turn off. Yeah, I just need a break. Oof. I do read quite a bit of genres. I read everything, and some weird stuff. But last month, I don't think I had like anything really crazy that I read. I don't know. But like I said, these two, like this book, I think might end up being in my top books of the year. Maybe it's still early yet, but they were both 5-star reads. This one might have been like a 4.5, but they're both really great books. But anyway, but they're both YA, so that's not really different than what's already on BookTube. But electrical engineering classes, oh my goodness, that's amazing. No way I would be able to do that. I would shock myself. I know, like, well, I think everyone, like, I think all of our bookish, nerdy friends, book nerds, I think we all went into like the pandemic, like, I can do it. I'm going to read all the books. This is going to be great. And then the fatigue from like what is happening in the world, I think hit us. And I think most people, I feel like haven't read like anything during like this apocalypse. Cause it's just like, it's emotionally draining. You kind of just want to like, just plop on Netflix and sit down and just not do anything. Like even reading seems like too much work these days. Although you do have those people that are like super ambitious during this time, and I don't know how they have the energy. I have like spurts. I have like little spurts. Like I have times when I'm like super ambitious and like I'm like, woo, look at me getting all these things done around the house and blah blah blah. And then I have like super lows where I'm like, I don't want to move. But it's just a weird time in our history. But anyway. The Viking one, sorry, I'm way behind in the chat as always. But the Viking one, this one was actually really good. Really good. I don't know why I hoard Owlcrate books. Like, I hoard them. I do not read them. I just get them. And speaking of which, I still haven't gotten this month's box. I think it's delayed because of coronavirus. But maybe it'll come today or tomorrow. No, today's over. Maybe it'll come tomorrow. I'm talking to myself now. But I hoard their books, and like I don't know. I don't know why I do it, because most of the time, like their books have been amazing. Like you can tell they really go through and pick like some great freaking books. Like I'm like a lot of like my 5-star reads have been like Owlcrate books. Like I really like the books they pick. But no, the Viking one was really freaking good. Just really good. Really good. It's about like this female Viking, which enough said. Badass female Vikings. So she, like years ago, her brother died on the battlefield, fighting this opposing clan. And so one day they're out on the battlefield again, fighting this opposing clan, and she sees her brother, but her brother is dead. So like, what? So yeah, I don't want to spoil anything and tell you anymore, but like, that's like where it starts. And it just is a freaking ride. I loved it. So good. So good. So good. It's really good. Anyway. I know the traveling thing is really, well, this internship would be in New York, and so would the job would be in New York. So we'd probably have to move if I got the job, but we could probably move to like New Jersey, and then I could just commute via train. But yeah, it's just the not being able to travel thing is really killing us. Like Josh and I, you can tell like in our moods have been very different. Like I'm starting to get really irritable, and like getting very irritable, especially at work, because usually like my breaks are like, I need my vacations, so I don't murder anyone at work. But yeah, I've been getting like just irritable and I don't know, exhausted too. Like it's starting to really depress me, the fact that I can't travel. Cause like, and also like traveling is where my creativity comes from. Like I don't know, like I started writing 2 books, stories, whatever you want to call them, when I was in Turkey. Like that big Turkey trip, I was writing like 2 books like on my phone, like randomly, just all this like creative energy just like came out of nowhere. Because like it's like the one time where you get to like feel like yourself and you're not weighed down by responsibility and life, and I don't know. It was really, I don't know. I need it. I need a break so bad. And, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be getting one. Oh, it's your first time taking online classes, Raz? I've taken online classes before. I think it all like, and I obviously have for this end of this semester, they switched us to online, but, yeah, it's going to probably be faster paced because they're like summer classes, but, I hope you get people that handle this transition better than the people that have been like switching to online classes for me. The people who are trained in online classes and give online classes like all the time usually do a damn good job. Like it all depends on the professor, but like this transition from regular in-person classes to online classes that we've had, like for people who are going to school right now, like I feel bad on both sides. Like I feel both sides of it. And especially because since I'm so much older than the average like college student, like the typical fresh out of high school college student. So like, I have a different perspective on like the whole, I don't know, like the just adulting. So like I feel for both sides of like the spectrum there. Like I feel for the students because they're like, it's exhausting and frustrating because I get it. And then I feel for the teachers who are trying to like scramble to get everything together and to reformat their classes. It's just, but I'm hoping that, since they're summer classes, they'll know what the hell they're doing for you. It's just, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. Anyway, I hope it goes smooth for you. But anyway, online classes. Alternate ways of groceries. Oh my goodness. They canceled all pickup from our grocery store, because they do like the curbside pickup. They canceled that for coronavirus because they thought that it would be like, I think they thought that it would be too many people would be demanding it. So they stopped doing that for our store. So we have to go into the grocery store. Not that it matters. Every freaking person is out anyway. It's ridiculous here. We had a protest, where I used to go to school, which is like I'm here, and like the school that I go to now is here, and at 45 minutes this way, and then the school that I used to go to is 45 minutes that way. So like I have the same amount of commute, just a different direction. And when I transferred schools, but my old school, the 45 minutes that way, in Harrisburg, the beautiful, if you want to call it a city, they had a protest the other day protesting the shutdowns, and they had a picture in the paper and everything, and it was just so disgusting. Like white privilege is alive and real, and it's ridiculous in this area. I'm just like, I don't know. I just think it's so funny that like all you're being told is just to stay home, and it's like the worst thing in the world for people. I don't understand. Anyway, that's a whole different thing. It just pisses me off. Anyway, I missed things because I'm chatting to myself basically. Yeah, Sky in the Deep was an Outcry. This is an alternate cover as well. I think the original one, you can't tell really because it's like the lighting, but this one's in gold, I think, like more gold, and I think that this is in silver, and I think in the other book she's silver, like silverly lit, and then the writing is gold in the original cover. Same with this one. This one, I think the original book of this one, ooh, it's hard to see, but I think this red was originally blue in the original book. Because all of Valkyrie books have different covers, but special covers or something. But yeah, that was an Outcrate book, and it's been sitting on my TBR since it came out, which was when, like 2017, 2018. 2018. So feels like forever. Anyway, sorry. My family have not really left the house, and I'm starting to get this point where I cannot stand them. I know. Yeah. I think the best thing to do that is just to, like, I don't know, if you have a porch, just like scheduling time for yourself for, like, even if it's just like 20 minutes of like meditation or something, just stepping out on the porch. I don't know. It's just sometimes or just a different room. Sometimes you just need to excuse yourself from the people around you. Put in headphones and block them out. Lock yourself in the bathroom. It's, yeah. I know people are getting stir crazy, but like, I don't understand. Like, I can see the stir crazy part of it, and I can understand an economic point of view of, like, you know, people are out of work, but like, you shouldn't be protesting the shut-in, because the shut-in is for your safety. What you should be protesting is you should be protesting the Congress for not passing a better stimulus bill to help support you, considering you pay their taxes. But that's a whole political thing. Politics. I love them so much, but I also hate them. But like, a part of me understands like why they want to protest it, and why they want to get back to work and blah, blah, blah. But the part of me that's like, you're being a stupid freaking idiot. This is a pandemic. This is something that is killing people. Makes me want to just punch them in the head. But anyway. Yeah, they canceled curbside pickup at my grocery store. Yeah. 60 people? That's like nothing. But still, that's still like a lot of people. That's a lot of Canadians. Your Canadians is supposed to be smarter. It was there was a picture in the paper of the protest, and it was just the picture just made me want to puke. Like, it was just everyone's standing super crowded together. No one's wearing masks. This is after the statewide. Now it's when you go out in public, it's like the law dictates that you have to wear a mask now, at least in our state. They made it a law now, which is nice. Or at least for the time being. It's like against the law to not wear a mask. But yeah, so there's like people not wearing masks. They're crowded together protesting. And I'm just like, and some of the signs that I've seen is like, I want a haircut. I'm like, oh my fucking God. I'm like, just shave your fucking head. You got a razor in your house? Get down to business. CVS is open. Buy some clippers. Oh, it just drives me nuts. Just drives me nuts. The general public are so dumb. So dumb. But anyway, I think that like, I think it's like just, I saw something, I saw like Jenna Fisher, who is, if you watch The Office, she plays Pam. I listened to her and Angela from The Office. They have a podcast together called Office Ladies that is absolutely delightful, by the way. It's just great. It's very adorable and delightful. But Jenna was on Rain, the guy who plays Dwight. He has like a Instagram show or something where it's like, hello friend, and he talks to random people. Like, he invites random people into the chat, but then he also talks to like a friend or something. And Jenna Fisher was on, and she has like this, apparently Rain sent her this thing that says, it's like a graphic, and it's like things I can control about the pandemic and things I can't control. And it's like, I can't control how other people are going to act, but I can focus on myself and self-isolating myself and taking care of myself. And but it's just, I think that's like the best way to just look at it at this point. Like, I can't control what my neighbors are doing, but I can control what I'm doing. Sure, it pisses me off, but whatever. Yeah, masks have become mandatory in our state if you're out in public. I don't know. I don't even know if it helps, but I have to wear a mask all day at work and it's awful. It is so, like, I can't breathe. You'll see me like go outside to check for carts like periodically throughout the day just so I can put my mask down for a minute and breathe like in fresh air. Because this is allergy season too, so my nose is so stuffed up. It's just crazy. There we go. Coronavirus. See, guys, I got it. I'm just kidding. It's not funny. It's awful. I just wear them on their neck. I have people that come into work and try to do that. Like they'll come up to they'll just come up to my register and it's down here, or it's like down here, and I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, what are you doing? That's not going to help you. Oh, I just burped. That was attractive. Yeah. Like I think most people now are wearing them. Well, obviously they have to now, but a lot of people were wearing masks like before they even mandated it. But it's like an extra precaution. Like, who cares? Just do it. Like, people are like fighting it, and I'm like, just fucking wear a mask. Oh my god, you're such a big baby. Like, you're like a toddler that's getting yelled at. My rights. You don't wanna. Like, just shut the hell up and wear a mask. Like, Jesus. Act like the way. And it's like the boomer generation too that are getting are the ones. Like, it seems like the millennials are somewhat taking it, and the new what are they, Gen Zs, the newer humans. It seems like the younger people are the ones that are taking it more seriously, somewhat. We don't talk about Florida, but yeah, and just like it seems like the older people are like the ones that are like, I don't wanna, and I'm like, you're like a little baby. You're like just do it. Like, oh my god. I'm like one of the most rebellious. I'm not one of the most rebellious, but I'm very rebellious, and I'm very much like question authority, and even I'm like, just wear the damn thing. Who the hell cares? Just wear the damn thing. Oh my god, guys. Like, I don't fuck around with people's health. Yeah, that's Pam. Yeah. She Pam and Angela's real name is Angela, but they became best friends on The Office, and then they became best friends on there, and now they're doing like an Office rewatch podcast, and it's amazing, and it's such a bright just ball of sunshine. And I just listened to an episode where Angela finally got Pam got Jenna to watch Game of Thrones. Because she isn't like a fantasy fan at all. And like Angela's always making like these fantasy references because Angela's a big nerd. And so she finally watched it, and oh my god, it was so great. Oh my god. I don't want to spoil anything in case you watch it, listen to it. But so good. So good. Such a fun podcast. Highly, highly recommend. Big ball of sunshine in these dark times. Yeah. It's definitely not comfortable to be wearing one. That's for sure. Especially during allergy season. Like I said, like my nose is like, if my nose isn't running from like allergy season, it's stuffed up. So it's like I either can't breathe or I'm leaking. So like it's tricky to be in it all day at work. But you know what? The hell cares? Let's do it. Like, just do what we gotta do, guys. Yeah, there are folks younger than millennials. Yeah, there's like Gen Z or something, Gen Y or Gen Z. I don't know. I can't keep track anymore. Oh my god, that's so scary. I was working in Florida when this pandemic started. I gotta get out of here. Yes. Oh my god. Oh, that was just. I'm so glad that I'm all the way up here. ugh, what morons. Morons. I watched footage with this guy that he's like, well, there's no doorknobs on the beach. And I'm like, you did not just say that. Oh my God, Americans are so stupid. Oh my God. Like, I just can't. Oh my God, we are so dumb. Yes, seriously. Check out that podcast. I swear, it's really cool. I think it's on iTunes, but I'm not sure. I don't have iTunes. But it's on, I listen to it on Stitcher. But I think it's on a couple other like different, probably maybe SoundCloud, I'm not sure. But I have the Stitcher app or whatever, which is like for podcasts, and it's free. Like there's like a premium one you can get, which has like access to like their candy bag, which is even more like facts and stuff. But yeah, they just like break down every episode and talk about like behind the scenes stuff and all that. It's really, really, really adorable podcast. Highly recommend. It's really great. I'm like so addicted to it. I used to listen to it on my commute. And my friend used to like my friend that passed away, he used to listen to it too. So we would talk about it there too. So we would talk about it like when it came out, like we would talk about the episodes. But yeah, it's so good. It's so good. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. Especially if you're a nerd too, because like, especially because Angela Kinsey was like, she'll like make all like these like she'll make Star Wars references or Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones, and like Jenna isn't into any of that stuff, so it's just so funny. Just so funny. So funny. But I don't know. It's just interesting because like Jenna called Khal Drogo. She called him like she called him Carl. Like Carl Drogo. Carl. I was like, oh my God, it's so great. So great. Such a great podcast. So fun. Highly recommend. She's just like, Carl. It's really great. Highly recommend. Khal Drogo. So now every time I think of Khal Drogo, all I see is like I just see some nerd guy named Carl. I'm like, I haven't seen season 2 of Afterlife yet. I'm like so nervous to watch it because season 1 happened like before my friend passed away. So like I don't know if season 2 will like be really rough on me, like with grieving. But season 1 was so good. And it was like, oh, I think the reason I liked it so much is because like Ricky Gervais's character is me, like so much. Like some of the shit he says is like, I'm like, that's me. Or shit that I wish I could say, but I'm like, that is me. But no, I haven't gotten to it yet. My plan is to watch it after I'm finished up with the semester, but we'll see. Josh doesn't want to watch it because I don't think he didn't watch season 1, so it'll be a show that I have to watch by myself. But we've been watching Dexter together. I think we're on, I don't even know what hell season we're on though, but we've been watching that. But yeah, Afterlife season 1 was so good. So good. Such an underrated show too. Like I think it's so underrated. And it's such like an accurate, it's such an accurate portray of grief. And whew. Yeah, it's got heavy themes, but it's so good. So good. I'm like a sucker for things that are like a really good, accurate portrayal of grief. I really like that in my books and my shows. Ugh, even though it wrecks me and destroys my insides, like my heart breaks. But I love that theme. I don't know. I'm weird. I like it. But and then I stopped doing videos. No, I don't think I'll ever watch Outlander ever. The author of Outlander said some shit on Twitter, and I now hate her guts. So I don't think that I can read her books, and I don't think I can ever watch the show, nor do I have any interest in the show, or the books. But it's on. It's a Netflix show. Yeah, it's a Netflix show. Not Outlander. Afterlife. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm sure. It's not, it doesn't look like my cup of tea. But there's some people love it, but it's just not for me. I feel like you would like Outlander if you like Pride and Prejudice. Like is that like a I feel like that's like an accurate assumption. Like you would like Pride and Prejudice if you like Outlander, and vice versa. If you like Outlander, you'll like Pride and Prejudice. But it's just not. It's not for me. But I don't know. It's an anti-recommendation. Not really. I'm just saying, like, I feel like those two things can be associated together. Because a lot of times when I find people that really love Outlander, they also really like Jane Austen. And I'm like, see, facts. But if you did a poll, it would say that Pride and Prejudice, Outlander fans. Pride and Prejudice, man. Yeah, exactly. That's Pride and Prejudice. It was so dramatic for no reason. Pride and Prejudice. Yeah. See? It's like one of those things where you're like, people like pairings when you do like it's like wine and cheese pairings, but like book pairings. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you'll have to let us know. I've just never watched it. I don't know. Whew, excuse me. Blah, blah, blah. I am CBs. I'm currently reading I am sorry. Sarah, yes, we're still live. Now we're at the point where we're just chatting about random things. We're at that point now. That always happens. Yeah. I have zero interest. And like I said, I had the first book on my TBR shelf, and then the author said some really just stupid, mean shit on Twitter, and it just, I don't know, it just really pissed me off, and I literally that day I threw her book in the donation bin. I'm like, I can't. I'm like, I'm done with her, and like now I'll never want to read it. Don't care about the show. She is crap. She is crap. Oh, counseling. Yes, since we're all here, there we go. It works out perfectly. We should pick the next date for the thingy. I am a person. Hurt me once, goodbye. I'm very good at dropping people, which I don't know if that's a good thing. Good at like, no, you're an asshole. Okay, bye. She just really like, she's just not a very good person. Oh, it was Diana Gabaldon is the writer. She wrote Outlander. She's a horrible person. INFJ? What does that mean? What does this mean? What are these? What? I don't understand the hip lingo. What am I doing? I'm looking for my calendar, actually. What? Oh. Personality test. Oh. Oh. I'm like, my mind has been blown. I don't know I don't have the energy to check what mine is. So submit both things for nonfiction class. Oh God. What am I doing? I don't know where to do it or how to do it or what it is. Apparently, it's a phenomenon to ice people out. That's me. That is me. Buddies. Oh, that's sad. Okay. Dentist. That's going to get canceled probably. Sorry. Anyway. I think I've seen people do that. The personality test thing, but I don't know. It seems like too much work. I do tests all day with school. I don't want to do more tests. Maybe when I'm finally on summer break. I don't know. Anyway, are we picking a date? Let's pick a date, guys. Let's pick a date. I'm starting to get delirious because I am like zero sleep. How does my phone know my birthday? Anyway. Are we doing... All you need to know is your house? Oh. I don't know. Slytherin. I honestly think like when I meet people, I think like I judge them more like I don't like when people tell me their horoscope, I'm like, okay. But like when people tell me what house they're in, like I'm like, okay. I feel like Hogwarts houses define people way better than horoscopes do. Just saying. End of May. Okay, let's see. What do you? Jury's still out. Hufflepuff or Gryffindor? You have to take the the quiz. You have to take the Pottermore quiz. Although my Pottermore quiz was wrong the first time, so I had to take it again, and then I took it again, and then I rigged it so that way I would get the house that I'm actually in, which proves how much I Googled once, and someone's like, okay, how do I get Slytherin in Pottermore? And I'm like, just the fact that you're asking this question proves that you're a Slytherin. The fact that you want to cheat the test to manipulate it in your fashion shows that you're a Slytherin. Anyway. Like a true Slytherin. Yeah, exactly. Hybrid. Huffledore. Well, also, like, you have to, like, take into consideration, like, also, like, where you would excel in. Because, like, what's his face was like put into Neville was put into Gryffindor, but you wouldn't really consider Neville brave until like the end of Harry Potter. But like, I think it also like the house brought out his true potential of bravery. Like, whereas if he would have been put in like Hufflepuff, he probably wouldn't have been as like that bravery wouldn't have been brought out as much. So I think that's also something to consider too. But anywho, any day works for me because I am not in school anymore after next week. Next week is my last day of classes. Oh my God, I'm so ready. But anyway, yeah, so. I don't know. You could also be Ravenclaw though, because Ravenclaws are like really like down to like paper and blah, blah, blah. And I don't know, down to paper, what they like their lists and stuff. I don't know what I'm trying to say. They're very big achievers, but anyway, maybe not the Monday because it's the holiday. Oh. Do you want to do Tuesday? I probably won't celebrate the holiday, but whatever works. Any day works for me. 2 Pottermore quiz and report in. Like I said, my Pottermore quiz was wrong the first time. The first time they put me in Gryffindor, and I was so fucking pissed. So pissed. So pissed. And then the second time they put me in Ravenclaw. And then I'm like, okay, I get it, but also no. Okay, Tuesday works. Okay, same time, same station. We'll try to figure out how to like make it so that way we can all chat. Oh my goodness. Live show Gemini. Hi, Bane. Hi, Bane. Is this a cat sighting? Maybe. Hi. Hey. Hey. Where are you? I know you're here. I see you. Okay. Come here. Come here. Hey. Come here. Everybody wants to see your face. Come here. I know they do. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh. Oh, boy. Oh. Look at me. There. There. Say hi. Say hi. Oh, okay. 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 You said hi. That was enough. That's all we needed. Ooh, dizzy. Anyway. Oh, yeah, I could do later. Whatever works. Do. Yeah, that's Cat. That's Bane. That's my Bane. It's my Baney boy. Hannah didn't come up for this one. She's downstairs snobbing me. But that works for me. I got to remember that we're doing APM. I'll get on and I'll just be sitting here like, where is everybody? And then I'll be like, oh yeah, that's right. We said it an hour later. Oh. Just if I pop on, yell at me. Go back to bed, Izzy. Okay. You got it. Yeah, that's why I'm like, if I don't put it in my phone, I won't remember. I don't know how that's what she said. I was going to say, I don't know how big this one is. And then I said that's what she said is instead. I don't have it in my hands yet. That's what she said. But mine's in the mail or should be soon. I ordered through Amazon so they can take their good old sweet time because of the coronavirus. They're like not mailing out like non-essential items that fast. Like they don't care. But that's good. I would prefer them to do that, to take care of their workers. So I don't get my stuff in like 2-day shipping anymore. So I don't think I'll get the book until the 5th of May, I think is what the shipping said. But that's fine. Who cares? I want them to take care of their workers ahead of my stupid book. My book is not an essential item. But anyway. Feeling old again. The paper calendar. I used to have that calendar, that little one that I always put the live shows in, and it would sit on my desk, but I don't know where it is. It probably isn't. It probably isn't valid anymore. It probably doesn't have anything to do with this anymore. But whatever. Goodbye, Sarah. Again. With contact solution and allergy meds. So it came with the essentials. They knew it was essential. I know. Hopefully I can finish mine. I should be able to finish this one quicker because I won't be in school. So we'll see. Bye, Sarah. Oh my goodness. You didn't do that purposely. See? But it worked out in your favor. Worked out in your favor. Yeah, like the books and stuff, I'm like, like Josh said something the other day. He's like, didn't you order that earlier? And I'm like, no. I'm like, yeah, but right now Amazon isn't, like, to protect their workers and stuff, they're not shipping out like their non-essential items with 2-day shipping. Like they're, and he's like, well, that's bullshit. And I'm like, no, not really. I'm like, I really don't care. I'm like, yes, I pay for Prime, but I would rather the workers be safe and, be taken care of than worry about my books. I'm like, it's not an essential item. I have hundreds more that can fill the void. Like it's not important. But, it's a small thing that Amazon's doing because Amazon treats their workers like crap anyway. But, it's a small thing. But I do have a few to choose from. I got plenty to keep me busy. But yeah, I'm like, no, I'm not that type of person that's like, I need it. Now, these people who are protesting the shut-ins, those people are the type of people that are like, oh my God, I'm not getting my 2-day shipping. Like, calm down, people. Calm down. This is about the safety of others. Like, just stop. But anyway, it's not important. But my book should be arriving. But I have Obsidio. I have that one. I got that one on Book Outlet, but they never got Gemini on Book Outlet. Or if they did, they sold out like right away. So I have this one, which is the third one. But this one's a lot whiter. That's what she's... Nope, that doesn't make any sense. Oh, I shouldn't be paging through that. It's the last book in the series. It's probably spoilers. I shouldn't be paging through it. It says that... See, this one kind of pisses me off because I got this on Book Outlet and it's... Can you see that? Can you see that big dent? Oh my God, I was so upset. It's like the only book I've ever gotten on Book Outlet that like has arrived injured. But anyway, it's not important. But yeah, they I'm sure it will. Like I said, I think it's due to be here by May 5th, I think it said. So it's fine. Anyway, it's fine. I know. Isn't that awful? It's quite the ripple. I know. I was so upset. Oh, I was so upset. But anyway, yeah. I know Amazon like throws their books around like they're crazy, but I always order from them not always, but sometimes I order from them because I don't really have a good used bookstore nearby. I wish I did, but I don't. Anyway, yes, I should go too. I should do some schoolwork before bed. But we will talk about, I almost said Obsidio. No, we will talk about Gemini on the whatever. I already forgot the date. On the 20th. I put it on as the 20. Nope, that's today. Okay. On the 26th. Anyway, we'll chat about Gemini together. Can't wait to read it. I'm so excited. So excited. I'm actually going to finish the series finally after years. Wait, the 23rd? I thought you said the 26th. Oh my God. We're doing the Wait! Don't leave yet. I thought we were doing the 26th. The 26th. Oh, okay. Whew. Okay. Woo, you scared me. I'm like, wait a minute. Oh my God. I'm like, oh my goodness. What? All right. The 26th. Okay. See you guys then. Have a good night, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us, Roz. Thanks for joining us. See you next time. Goodbye.